What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net, and coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And today, what we're going to be doing is making this book paper trim that I like to make. It is a piece of book paper, which you can use any book paper. Right here, I used like a map, piece of a map. Right here, I'm going to be working with music sheet paper today. So the only difference I would do is I would probably, the fabric is cut to 3/4 of an inch. I'd probably cut it down to 1/2 an inch. But this is what I got to work with today. I don't want to recut it fabric, so here we are. So we're using a 1-inch strip piece of book paper, which in my case is this music sheet. You can use any sheet, and it could be any length. This is just a 1-inch. And we are going to need a piece of lace. So I have this 1-inch piece of lace, and this is from a wider piece of lace that I have cut down shorter and shorter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the book paper on the left and the lace on the right. And I'm going to sew it. There's really no specific length that it needs to be or width that it needs to be. And I'm using a zigzag stitch that is kind of wide and a little bit longer than normal. And we're just going to zigzag on here. And you don't want to pull. You want to make sure you don't pull. You're holding it. And then you could also hold it right here in the middle. Hold it together. There you go. Hey, Robin. What's up, girl? So now we have the piece of lace sewed onto the piece of paper. And normally I would do a couple of strips of these together. So let me do one more before I add the fabric. Because it is easier to work, like first lay all the fabric on, lay all the lace on, and then lay all the fabric on. But just for the sake of time, again, I'm going to be using all white lace because that's all I have left. Oh my gosh, that's all I have left. And you kind of layer them on right here, so that's why we need the zigzag. And you can pick a spot right here on your little, on your sewing machine. Some of them have these little lines, and you can pick what line that you're going to keep your lace at. Right now I'm going to pick the number 2. I think that's inch, or I don't know what it is. CM, I guess it's centimeter. And that's where I'm going to keep it. And then again, I'm going to hold it right here. I'm not holding it. I'm actually just holding it down. Oops. It is going a little crooked, but you know what? Life's okay. That's fine. That's okay. And you can use, of course, any color thread that you want. And now what we're going to do is once you get a bunch of these pieces of paper with the lace on them, we are going to basically join them. You're going to join them right here, lace to lace, and we're just going to use, again, a zigzag stitch. And I like to make a roll of these, so I like to add layers and layers. Well, not like layers, but I like to make feet of it, and feet and feet and feet, and keep it in a roll. So that is, I have 2 laces there. They're both white, but they are different. And now what I'm going to do is I need to add the fabric. So you can use wide pieces of fabric, like long pieces of fabric, or you can use short ones, and that way it'll alternate a lot, which is a cute look. And like I said, if I could do this over, I would probably do the fabric at 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch, but it was just like that for my last project, so that's what we're dealing with here. And I'm also going to use zigzag stitch here. Now, before we finish, to continue this, basically what we're doing is we are adding another piece of fabric, and we're just going to keep sewing. It's kind of sewing all over the place because I'm probably not paying that much attention. Like, yeah, I went from the bottom to the top. Okay. Okay, from now on it'll be straight, I promise. So now we have this piece of fabric here. Again, we finished off the last one, so now I'm putting it in on top of it actually. Okay, my sewing isn't the best with this, but do you put on top or bottom the paper on the other side? You answer me. Okay. So here we go. So now we have this long piece of paper. For me, it's only 2 pieces, but maybe your paper is a little bit shorter. And the last step that I do is I am going to add a straight stitch. And I'm using the longest setting on the straight stitch. Let me just do that here. Like so. And then just to be extra, I'm going to do the other side too. Hi, Kat. Hey, Patricia. Welcome. So just to be extra, I'm going to do the other side as well. Okay. So this is what we have so far. And it basically turns into one long piece of trim. And like I said, you can use a long piece of fabric, or like I did, and use several pieces of little fabrics. This is, so the paper is 1 inch, the lace is 1 inch wide, and the fabric pieces are 3/4 of an inch, but I would make it 1/2 inch myself, just because then you'd see more of the book paper, even though that still looks really cute. Let's do more. Let's do more, shall we? So here's my other piece. I'm just going to be working with book paper the whole time here. The whole time. Let me get a piece of lace here. We're going to sew the book paper on top of the lace. And I'm going to use a zigzag stitch here. I'm using it on 3 points length and 5 points width. And again, you don't want to pull on your lace. That's not good. You just want to hold it down. Now, I wouldn't use that super stretchy lace. This lace is pretty stretchy, but not like elastic. Okay, oops. I think what did I do? No, that's fine. We're good. And then I need a piece of, let me do another one so I can join those two. Trying to get a different kind of piece of lace. Here's a little bit different one. This one's really long. Yay. You could also use smaller pieces of lace, as in shorter. So that way you get more of a variety, more of a switch in your colors for the trim. There we go. This one's better. I'm going to continue on. You can continue on instead of stopping. You add your other piece of paper. Ooh, I went a little bit too far, so I'm kind of going to release it and kind of sit it where I want it to be. And add the piece of paper here on top. I'm kind of jimmy rigging it here, because I should have stopped and placed it on top. But okay, that happens. Okay, here we go. And continue on. Grab another piece of lace. lift the book paper up and put it underneath it. And such, that's how you make your little chain. You just keep going, making a little chain here. Get another piece of book paper. So here's where I was supposed to stop. I even stopped too soon here. So now continue on right here. Again, grab a piece of lace. And I just ordered some lace from eBay. I can't wait for it to arrive. It was like 100 yards for like $30. So hopefully if it was a good deal, I'll let you guys know. But if you look it up on eBay, you'll probably find the deal. So I was quite happy about that. Can't wait to get it in. Hey, Robin. What's up? We got 2 Robins in the house. One with a Robin with 1 B and Robin with 2 Bs. Welcome all Robins. Okay. So then let me add another piece of paper here. So again, this is how I would do it. It would be basically making a long chain, and then I'll add the fabric later. And for me, I'm only using white lace here, but you can, of course, use any colored lace you have. Of course, and any book paper you have. Cut at 1 inch. You can even use scrapbook paper. That would be cute. Do you know what setting the tension is at? Oh, right. Actually, that's kind of funny because I actually had this set for fabric, to sew fabric on lace. And now that I have it on just fabric, with all the book paper and everything, I actually haven't changed it. The tension is set to 1, but I normally have it at 3.5, but it's working at 1 too. I don't know. It's working at 1 as well, but I normally have it at 3.5. Okay. Oops, I needed book paper. Robin's in the house. Love it. Okay. That unevenness on that lace was burning. Sometimes you have it a little hard time putting the lace underneath it. Okay. We're good. We can continue. Here we go. Slit from underneath here. So you can either make it in sections like this. Well, make it in sections like this. Or you can do what I'm doing and make a big old ribbon of the paper and the lace first and then add your fabric. Or you can do sections and then sew them together like I did with this one, how I sewed it together right there. Either way will work for you. So let me add, I finished it off. This nice, rather long snake going on here. And I like to keep this handy, a lot of it, so I actually have a lot more to make. And get another piece of lace. Scoot it underneath the other lace. Put your book paper right on top. And let's continue. Okay, lace is actually too. Okay, that's better. Okay. It's okay if it goes crooked. It's a junk journal. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. And these white laces were actually really, really wide. Like they were maybe 4 inches wide. Maybe even more. Some of them were like 10, 12 inches wide. So I didn't have much need for huge lace. So what I did is I cut them down to these 1 inch strips. And that is how I have been working on these little trims, is by using big old lace. That's pretty much all the lace I have left, so that's what I gotta work with. And Sabrina says she's new to sewing. Welcome to the club, Sabrina. I've never actually sewn. Don't worry, I only sew for junk journals. I've never actually sewn anything that you had to wear or anything that had to be perfect. I don't do that stuff. So in a sense, I still consider myself as a new sewer because I don't know how to do like stuff that actually matters, where it has to be straight and even, and like I don't know about that, but I can have fun with my sewing machine and not worry about it being a mess or not, because if I do this for junk journals. Yep, big lace is all of that. That's all I had left. I don't even know how that happened, but that's all I had left was big, big lace. Like I said, I ordered some more lace, so hopefully it gets in soon. But I was so funny. I was looking and looking to see where all my extra lace had gone. Like maybe I stashed it somewhere, but no, you guys, I actually used it. Because I have looked all over the house and I don't see any extra lace. Maybe somebody came stole it. No. No, I'm pretty sure I've been using up this lace so much. Even the lace I cut up, apparently I've used it up. So I have this nice long snake here of my paper and lace, but you could even make it just paper and lace trim, but we're not going to do that here. We're not going to do that here. Okay, so, and I tried cutting even the same pieces of lace like different ways. Like instead of long wise, now I'm going to cut it wide, and then that way it kind of looks a little bit different, even though it's still the same type of lace. So I figured that's what I could do to add a little bit of variation. But look what I did this weekend, you guys. I pretty much spent my entire weekend making die cuts, as well as this fabric and lace trim. And this is literally where the rest of my colored lace went. You can see I have some magenta lace in here and some of this beautiful blue lace. That's all gone because look at this. This is the size of my hand. I have a small hand, but still. I love this. I'm going to have them in my shop, so I'm trying to make a lot of it before I put it up for sale. And I also made some of it. I made some of it with different colored threads. So I'm going to have it like this one variety pack where this one's going to have different colored threads, which I thought was really pretty. And this looks super shabby chic when I put it here on this, like, whatever this thing is called. Okay. That's what I've been doing this weekend, you guys, is working on my little die cuts. And then I'm over here on my little sewing machine working on my trim. It's been a fun weekend, you guys. Fun weekend for me. Not sure if my last message worked. I was wondering if anyone had ever had the problem where the zigzag shows up in the bottom but not the top of the fabric. That means that the way that you threaded your machine might be wrong. Also, whenever you have problems with the top part of the stitch, when was the last time you changed your needle? When was the last time you changed your needle, girl? When? Okay, here we go. Oh, that one kind of skipped a little bit. Gosh darn it. Okay. I'll show you what we do right now. Okay. Okay, Sabrina, that's number one. Change your needle out. That always happens, and I'm only laughing because I always read this on the internet. I'm new to sewing machines myself, and they always said that if something is wrong with your sewing machine, first of all, change the needle. That's like the number one troubleshooting. It's like, the old, like, turn it on and off, like change your needle. That's step number one, and then we'll go from there. Thank you, Smoke Signal Creations. Yeah, well, I'm not saying that's the ultimate solution, but that's the first thing you should check when the top part of the sewing is messed up. It has to do with your bobbin, your thread, or your needle. The bottom part has to do with your bobbin or the tension, from what if I'm not incorrect. Okay, so after you get them all done in a long strip, what you want to do is you want to join them. You see these parts right here where it like lifts off because it's two pieces of paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to zigzag stitch that. That way they don't flap. I just don't want them to flap. So let me add this one actually. Let me just join it to this one. Here, just right on top of each other, just by a little bit. There it is all the way down. Are you using a universal needle or a leather needle? I'm using, let me see. It has, I believe, yeah, universal. So I'm using universal. That's what it says right there. Yep. Okay, so like I said, now we're going to do all these little joints right here. We're going to sew these together. Right here. These are really long strips of paper, so I was like, did I miss it? And right here. You could probably use glue for that now that I'm thinking about it. You could probably glue this part down. But, you know me. Why wait? Thread is much cheaper than glue sometimes. So, this part right here. The tension, I'm going to set it back to 3.5. Because when I pull it, it's like really hard to pull, so the tension might be a little weird. It's not supposed to be like that. I guess I didn't really change it. Okay. We're all done joining up those spots. So now we're going to add the fabric. So I want the lace on the right, I believe. I don't know. We'll see when I get to this if it was easier on the right or the left, because I don't remember now. going to place it slightly. I'm going to place it in between, basically, is what I'm doing. And I'm still using a zigzag. You can use a more decorative stitch if you want, but I'm just going to use a zigzag. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to switch it up right now. But you know what? Let me make it the longest, widest zigzag, just so it adds a little bit of interest. Oh, what's happening? Something is happening. Hang on. That's the bobbin. Yep, it was the bobbin. I don't know what's wrong with the bobbin. It like held on. I don't know. Let's try that again. That never happens to me. Okay, so okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again because it's flowing, right? Yeah, it's flowing. Okay. Okay, let's get this. Okay, before it ends, we're going to add another piece of fabric. Oh, this was cute. See, this is more of a 1/2 inch. It's kind of more of the size I would want it to be. If I was going to cut my fabric fresh, I'd want it to be 1/2 inch. Just so you know. Keep that in mind. Is your fabric? No, this is actually 3/4 inch. The lace and the paper are 1 inch. And if I could, I would make the fabric 1/2 inch because I just like the look better of a 1/2 inch. You get a little bit more book paper, which I'm kind of into, but I just didn't want to cut up fabric. Yeah, this snake is getting in the way here. Okay, let me get another piece of fabric. This one is fabulous. It's purple. And this is all bedsheet fabric too. It's not even actual like rolls in it or yards of fabric. This is actually bedsheet fabric. Bed sheets that I cut up. Of course, I washed them first. Let's get it going. Oh, there's this one that's kind of like very frayed, but I'm still liking it. Still kind of love it. I think I actually sewed it to the wrong side. I sewed it to this side. What am I doing? I'm sewing it all to the wrong side. Okay. I was supposed to sew it on this side. So it's okay. We're going to fix this. We're going to cut it. And then we're going to switch it back. And then I'm going to sew the wrong end to the right end. This is the side I should have been working on right here. Silly me. It's okay, we can fix it. Okay, do you purchase your thread in bulk or on eBay? Actually, Irina was nice enough to send me a bunch of thread. So I haven't had to purchase it myself yet. I'm going to ask her where she gets hers if she's kind enough to let me know. I will let you guys know because I would actually like to purchase more myself. Um, so I'm going to contact her about that. She sent me this really, really nice set of threads, and it had so many colors in it. And of course, I'm already running out of my favorite colors, like this one. This one is my favorite color, this magenta. This also, the one that I'm using, this light brown, is also one of my favorites and almost gone. So, and then this red is almost gone. So I definitely need to ask her. Because if this purple is gone, I'm going to be so sad about this purple being gone. I don't even want to use it right now. Okay, more fabric. I have this. I have a bunch of stuff. Just can't find it right now. Okay, here's this piece. Really pretty red and pink, green. I love this bed sheet. So beautiful. Scoot it down a little bit. Okay. Another piece. Like I said, I will sit here and spend a whole day doing this so that I don't have to do it along the way with my journals. So I'll keep a big old roll of it. And I'll just pull it out as I need for my books. But I like to keep a big old roll on hand, on demand. You know what I'm saying? You know? Okay. So let's get this over here. This was a little long, so that's good. Like I said, you can have long pieces of fabric or you can have shorter ones. If you have longer ones, of course, it feels like less work. If you have longer pieces of book paper, it also feels like less work. So that's a good thing. But also, if you have shorter pieces of fabric, then it's a cute look, you know? It's going to have a lot of pieces of fabric. If you have a lot of pieces of lace, you could have a lot of pieces of lace, colorful lace. I'm unfortunately all out of my lace. But hopefully I'll get some more soon. I found some on eBay that was pretty much about 30 cents a yard, so I had to jump on that. Okay, here's this. It's a shorter piece, but it'll have to do. Again, if I could go back, I would cut my fabric to about 1/2 inch. But this is cute too. Okay. This cute blue fabric. I love the bed sheets. You find. Yes, and I actually bought some more. I went to the thrift shop the other day, and without it being a goal of mine, I purchased some stuff. I definitely didn't go. I went to because my friend went, and then I accompanied him, and I ended up buying more. He actually didn't end up buying any. I did. It was great. So there's that yellow piece right there. Hey, Anetta. I'm here, girl. I'm here. Okay. So now we have this long piece, or these long pieces of book paper joined with fabric. And now just to be extra, I'm going to put in a couple stitches. I'm just going to make like 2 lines down the sides of it basically. And this is totally extra. I just really love the look. I'm using it on the longest length and it's just a straight stitch. You just kind of got to I keep the rest of it on the ground so I can keep it straight. We're just going to hold down the whole length of the ribbon. Don't worry about it being perfect, of course. Mine's getting all crooked. I can even get up and move it to be more where I want it to be because it was getting way too crooked. I'm making sure I still have bobbin. It was going to run out. Nothing worse than you thinking you're done and then you didn't have no bobbin in there. And we're done. And we're still good on bobbin. Okay, cool. Bye, Sabrina. So now we have this line right down the whole thing. Now I'm going to do the line on the other side. So here we go. Drop it on the ground because it's a little too long to deal with right now. And we're going to sew a straight line on the other side of this zigzag stitch. And you can't see, but off camera I'm holding it with this hand over here. Up to my shoulder, basically. Oops, sorry, I took my camera. Sorry. Okay. I ran out of bobbin there at the end. At the very, very, very end. So that's funny. That's really funny. Okay, so it might be a little bit stretched out. But that's okay. No, it's not. Just right here. It just got a little crispy right here because I had to pull because I ran out of bobbin. Okay, so let's put in another little bobbin. I have been doing that all weekend long. All weekend long, I've been doing that. This is bobbin. Okay, so now I've got a different color on the bottom, but that's fine. Life goes on. Okay, so now I have this long piece of trim. This is probably about 3 yards, maybe even more like 4. But now basically when I use this, I would sew this on to the edges of my book. Let me show you. I think I have one I could show. Oh yeah, I just finished making this. I haven't even decorated it. I need to decorate it. I'll get back to that. So as you can see here, I added it here to the edges of my pages on some of these. Like I said, it's really a cute look when you get like right here. You got these 2 pieces of lace there, so that's so exciting. If you have different colored laces, bring them out. I ran out and I used them all already. And it's a little bit more exciting too. Like here you have two different pieces of fabric. A little bit more exciting than just one. And right here, two pieces. Oh, and the little joints look really cute. And you can vary your threads if you wanted to make them all different colors. But it's just a really, really cute look. Here's the one that I made with book paper, actually. That one's a different kind of book paper. But as you can see, they just look really, really cute on all the pages. That's the other kind of trim that I make. And yeah, I'm going to make a little bit more. And then just to make it the hour, because I got another 20 minutes. So let's do more. But I'm going to leave that off to the side because dealing with big pieces sometimes can be a pain. So that's why you can make like small pieces and then join them. If that's what you wanted to do, like right here, I have this piece and I'm going to join it to this other piece. I just put it right on top and zigzag. Oh, all right, had straight stitch loaded on here. It's fine. You could straight stitch it too. Just join them up like that. And then you can keep making your big roll. Because when it comes time to actually like rolling it, you see how it all gets all messed up down here? So it's actually better to do small pieces at a time and then kind of gather them up, because this will get into a mess when it's really, really long. Trust me. Okay, so let's keep this going. Like I said, you can use different types of book paper. Here is a map book that I think is really cute. Okay, so we are continuing on. And of course, you can use different types of book papers. I tend to use the same book paper, but I switch out the lace. Of course, I use different kinds of laces just to add a little bit of interest. Well, let's get started on this other one. All right, we need to do the lace first. I always forget. Okay. I even had to watch my own video on how to do this that I made a while ago. I could not remember how I did it. Okay, so we got a zigzag stitch. And I'm using the length of 3 and the width of 4 for this. Zigzagging, and then we add more lace. Of course, this project is great to use up all of your book scraps and all of your wide laces that I can't find any other use for. So I just cut them up. More book paper on here when you run out. My pieces of lace are actually pretty nice and long. But switching it off the lace is a little exciting. So if you do want to use smaller pieces of lace, that would be totally cool, and it's a good look. I just like to make sure that it looks good, like my tension's not off and everything's sewing well. That is what we like to do. Let's do this piece here. When I ordered a bunch of antique stamps, I don't know where they ended up. They're probably still on the couch. But that order from eBay came through. eBay is coming through on the vintage stuff. And lace. Another book strap. stripe and another piece of lace. We can use this pretty lacy one. This one's cute. There. Okay. Keep it going here. Lace. Here's this beautiful lace right here. It's just beautiful. Sometimes it slips. Can't let it slip. Okay, okay, and now let's get this together with the fabric. So let's start joining up these spots right here. You could also join up where just the lace meets, but you know what? I'm not going to bother with that right now. Today, it blends in really well because it's all white, so it's fine. Right here. Okay, so now we add fabric. Start off with this pink one. Again, I put it in the middle. Oh, what I should have done, sorry, is I should have made this the longest, widest zigzag. Okay. Let's try this green one here. Oops. And of course, you can match your fabrics. I kind of just use whatever I got left. Cut it up into those strips here. Good to use up all your scrappy juice. Let's use this pink one. Okay. Get another piece of fabric. And this one's beautiful. I love this one. Such pretty little flowers. I love it so much. Fabric. Oh, I love this one. Brown. Okay. I don't want to use that one for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm not feeling it right now. It's got bad vibes. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I don't want to use it. Okay. Here is this purple. I need to find some Christmas fabric because I think this would be a very adorable Christmas trim if I can make it work out just right. I think it'll be adorable. Okay, so now I could stop right here, but I always like to do a little extra. So I'm going to do a straight line down the top to the right and to the left of the zigzag stitch actually. I'm going to use straight zigzag on the longest setting. Hi BB, welcome lady. And just do a line stitch, like I said, to the right and to the left of the zigzag. You could also do through the zigzag, that would be cute. Okay, now the other side. Hey, Deline. You caught us at the end, girl. Okay, so now I'm going to do a straight stitch on the other side. Did I just pull out my thread? No. No, I didn't. Okay. Now this other side. Okay. Okay, so here is, let me join these two pieces here and I can show you what I did today. It's actually a pretty nice little stash here that I got. And I think the book paper kind of buckled a little bit, but you know what, that's fine. That's fine. So let's join these pieces. Simple zigzag until it gets stuck on the fabric. Okay, so here is, I don't even know if I can get it all on camera. Okay, here's what I did today. This nice pile of trim, which I will fix up and make it into a nice little pretty circle, whatever, so I can pull out of it. But this is at least 2, 3, maybe 3 journals worth of trim here for me. I love to make this stuff. Like I said, great way to use up your fabric scraps and your paper scraps, and all those wide laces, cut them down into strips and get them to use. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys learned something new. As I do every day, I'll come at you with a new junk journal video every single day. Tomorrow might be another, I'm going live probably tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm just going to call it right now. I'm going live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I usually go live at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I've been having to do things during the day, and it's just been disrupting my schedule, you guys. I'm so sorry, but I'll definitely be here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm calling it right now. All right, guys. I hope you guys had a good day, and I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Get ready. Oh my God, it's already Monday. So I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope you guys had a good Monday. Let me fix myself right there. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.